Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm looking at ASM again. There is a chart or a post around a weekly chart. We've had a look at the daily now as well. The daily chart early Feb suggested that prices may be breaking out and moving up to around this 5 point, which would be somewhere around $8.40. And so also, though there's a bit of short-term headwind, we've got the trend, the strength of the oscillator somewhat moving down in negative territory. But again, it's not the be-all and end-all, this indicator. It is nice when it lines up, but it does sometimes run a little bit slower than actually prices. It takes a while to turn. So it's not going to discount this for consideration. But generally you do like to see it sort of turning up, strengthening. But nonetheless, we'll have a look. We've got a couple of trend lines here. We've run two just to see where it is in terms of support and resistance. So if we have a look here and we run our risk and reward over it, we could suggest now that if it opens up higher than this day here at $5.15, so we would say $5.16 as our entry. And our stops would just be 1/2 cent to a cent underneath, so that's the low of 453, so we'd make it 452. Run our target up to our target, we'll say it's 774, and we'll see what our risk to return is. Okay, so we've got about a 1 to 4, risk 100, excuse me, make 400. So it's basically around the risk 64 cents. Make $2.58, which is around 50% from here, so that's not too bad. So we'll just flip forward the days now and we'll see how ASM's performed and where it might be right now as of pre-open on the 18th of Feb. This date here, just for reference, is the 8th of Feb. Okay, so on the 9th of Feb, you can see that it opened up quite high, and that poses a dilemma for traders. Do you jump straight in and reduce your risk to reward, or do you wait and see if the prices would come back down? It's a bit of a judgment call depending on the strength of the stock and also your preferences around the risk and reward. Obviously, if we move this up, we can see that if we entered here, we're down to $1 makes $3.14. So we have lost a fair bit of profit, but nonetheless, that is a judgment call. It's still greater than 3 to 1, which is the bare minimum. So we could consider this something to trade. We're going to watch it. As a side note, the weekly chart for ASM is also pointing up. See the other video I made. So based on that too, you might be willing to take your 3 to 1 down from 4 to 1. So let's jump forward a couple of days right now until pre-open on the 18th. We'll see what the last week or so is done. Moving up, moving up. And there we are right now at the this point right here. I should get rid of that. That's from the weekly chart. So we've got our wave. This wave's completed and we look like we're pushing up towards this 0.5. Now on the daily here, I do notice now that it's starting to strengthen. If we go back at the start, we can see that it was all pointing down at the day that it indicated prices might start moving up. And you can see how the short term started to do that. The red bars are shrinking. You can see the longer term now being affected, leveling out. You can see it's still moving up, up. And here now this is sloping upwards. We'd like to see it now move into green positive territory where you can see things, where you can see the moves happen. They have been quite substantial. So this bodes well for ASM on a daily chart as well, and combined with the weekly, that's a good indication that everything's moving upwards. But again, who knows? If I had the crystal ball, I'd be posting these, but I'd already know the result. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it informative, and we'll follow ASM now through, and we'll see whether we're stopped out or whether we hit our $7.74 target. Thanks for watching.